This piece is a representation of my relationship with Judaism. Growing up in a Jewish household, I never really thought about my relationship to Judaism. I never also saw myself represented in the religion. For me, the representation of Judaism was I only saw it really in the Orthodox community, which I never connected to. And the only image that I really could think of when thinking of someone Jewish or Judaism in general was a rabbi. So I think when I started this piece, I started with what I knew, which was a rabbi. And as I've matured and as I've connected more with my religion, I've learned so much about Judaism that I had no idea about. For example, the communities across the world. There's Jewish communities in Eastern Europe, in Northern Africa, and South America. I didn't even know that existed, with each community having different kinds of food and songs and culture and traditions. And I wanted to make sure to represent that in the background, this mix of fluid colors and different thicknesses and a dynamic background, which was really important to me. And as I've matured as well, I've found that there are parts of the Jewish culture that I find so beautiful. For example, the tradition of every Friday night having Shabbat dinner, where you just sit with your family or friends, just people that you love, and you have this dinner, you drink wine, you talk about the week, and you're not allowed to use any phones. I find that beautiful and incredible tradition. And so I think it really deviated from what I initially thought about Judaism, which was this very strict religion that was dominated by this male figure with a beard. And I think that that's really where I wanted to make sure this piece went, had this image of this rabbi with the abstract colors that completely contradict this solemn, strict religion. And I think also a big part of this piece is the gray spaces. Because Judaism is not just a religion, it's also a group of people. It's a cultural group of people. I think that there are a lot of things about Judaism that I haven't really decided where I stand with. It's very dynamic, and I think that because of that, there's a lot of gray spaces in this piece because I couldn't really decide where I fully stand. Do I really believe that a rabbi, a male, older man with a long beard should be the representation of an entire religion? Do I think that a rabbi should be in a synagogue or should he be in the community? I couldn't decide. Should he be wearing this robe or should he just be a regular person that people come to for advice and wisdom? And should he even be in charge in the first place? I don't know. So I think this piece really represents all those questions that I have been thinking over and struggling to find my perspective on, but while still including the parts of Judaism that I love so much, the culture, the bright, the warmth, the depth, and I wanted to represent that in this piece.